Hey pals and gals, welcome back to my channel. Today's story time is going to be juicy, chaotic, and a little bit wild. All while I make this free GFX I did for fun. I'm easing back into making GFXs since it's been a hot minute, and I want to practice without the pressure of a commission. So grab a snack, stay tuned, and watch the whole video because there's a secret code word hidden somewhere in the story. If you comment that code and your username down below, I might make you a free GFX. So let's get into the story. So to set the scene up a little bit, there's 4 camps that I volunteer at. One for the tiny kids where it's only a 1-day camp and they go home at the end of the day. There's a 3-day camp where they go home at night, and finally 2 overnight camps, which is where my chaos happens. I was working with the 9 to 12 year olds, and oh boy, was that something else. I was originally supposed to be with my sister and this really sweet co-camp counselor that I'd worked with before, but both of them had some health issues, and there were some times they might need to stay down at the lodge or get driven up to the hill where our cabin was by this little ATV thing we call a gator. So to make things easier, they assigned us a cabin closer to the road, and we were told we'd get easier kids. Spoiler alert, they were not easier kids. Also, really quick cabin rant. These were not Pinterest cozy cabins. These were mice lived here rant-free cabins. You could literally see the dirt through the floorboards, raccoons have pulled up, snakes have visited, and the beds, they look like they were pulled from an abandoned hospital. And honestly, they probably were. We're talking rust, mold, and only recently did they install bunk railings so kids wouldn't roll off and break their arms in their sleep if they rolled off the bed. So, A+ stuff there. Either way, I've always enjoyed camp, so I got past all of that and I was really happy to be there. And before camp officially starts, as a camp counselor, we get there a day early to prep and get card info about our kids. It's like a little medical card that we get just for like a heads up. Most of the time it's basic stuff like this one sleepwalks, this one's allergic to peanut butter, this one needs a bottom bunk. Ours, we had like simple stuff. A girl needed a bottom bunk, and then this girl might be a little bit anxious. Okay, easy peasy, I've dealt with this before. It's my senior year at camp, and it was going to be my last year, so I was like, okay, I can do it. This is going to be easy, it's going to be great, and we're going to have a stellar time. Then, my sister drops out entirely due to some medical issues, which meant just me and my co-camp counselor and I were going to need to move cabins because actually cabin 20, the cabin we were supposed to be in, had some issues. We moved to cabin 21. Except no one told the parents on the paperwork. The paperwork said cabin 20. The parents thought cabin 20. We were in cabin 21. On check-in day, waiting in the new cabin 21, there's no one, like no one. The kids should have been here by now. Turns out, all of our girls moved to cabin 20 with their bags, with their parents, had unpacked everything, and had already set up their beds. And I had to be the awkward counselor going up to them like, hey besties, I'm so excited for this week, but I wanted to let you know, like, we have to move everything to the cabin next door. Meanwhile, my co-camp counselor ran into the cabin and left me to deal with the parents. Like, thanks girl, love you. So, juicy story. One of the moms whose daughter needed the bottom bunk came up to me heated, and she was like, this is so unprofessional, this is stupid, like real bold. Mind you, I'm a fresh 18-year-old just trying to keep it together and volunteer at the camp I've loved since I was a kid. I nicely explained that the camp staff was supposed to tell the parents that the cabins had changed. But I guess someone dropped the ball on that and didn't tell them. Still, she kept going off, so I radioed down to like the main lodge where a lot of the adult staff was, and I was like, hey, I got an angry parent up here who says they might want to talk to you. I might need some backup up here. And at that point, I didn't know what else to say, so I was just kind of like, help, please. Of course, during the camp, it was raining, and it started pouring down rain. Some of the parents stayed up at the cabin because they didn't want to walk down in the rain, which was valid, so me and my co-camp counselor didn't worry about it too much. Then, after the angry mom cooled down a little bit, she was like, so, just so you know, my daughter has a long list of issues. She's hyperverbal and talks in her sleep and lots more blah 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 stuff. Obviously, for privacy reasons, I don't want to tell you everything because those are the only two main things that really matter in this scenario. But either way, I was sitting there like, cool. Where was any of that on her info medical card? It was nowhere. It just said she needed a bottom bunk. I thought it was like personal preference or something. So me and my co-counselor look at each other like this is gonna be a long, flipping 3 days. Later, after we got the kids down to the lodge to start some games, one of the camp directors, who I'm super close with, came up to me and said, hey, I heard how that parent treated you. You handled it like a champ. I'm really proud of you, but I wanted to check in and make sure you're okay. And listen, when someone asks me, are you okay? I start tearing up because everything starts flowing out of me. So I try to hold it in and I was like, I'm fine. It was just a lot at once, but I'm good now. I just needed a breath. I'm fine. So yeah, that was all day one. Just day one. The rest of the week has a lot more chaos to come, but I finished up this GFX. So stay tuned for the next video, and if you like this type of video and you want to hear more of the camp, let me know. The secret code word is cabin snake, so comment that down below with your username and I might make you a GFX. Thanks for watching, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!